Watch that rut.
I will.
That's a big one.
I think we can make it out of that one though.
Yeah, I think we could actually. Let's get in that one just for the fun of it. Just so I can show some of them boys. We know how to get out of a rut.
He's okay.
Watch out, it's a pack of fox terriers. Boy, she's a youngin'. Must be feeding time. They're all coming in.
See, that looks like baby doll in the back.
Yep, it looks like
sport. That's a boy.
Yeah, it looks. Look at him. Look. Oh goodness, I gotta stop.
I've never been back this far.
Yeah, you have. Me and you've been back here to this barn.
I only went to that barn. Pretty sure I've never been back to this barn.
Alright, I thought me and you rode back here in a car one time.
That must have been somebody else.
No.
Yeah, I've never been back this far. I never crossed these. These railroad tracks are the ones that go right up the Stratford Road.
Yep.
You can follow the... Oh yeah, I've been back here. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Actually, I believe...
We've been in there. We were looking at horses.
Were we?
Yeah. I guess I should tell my little story about how I grew up in the country, tobacco fields, flat, you know, lots of trails, backwoods, and all that. And all my friends around had four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and I wanted one so bad. And what I got was a Honda 50 CC Express moped. So, what are you going to do? That's what I had.
Make fun of my Helix. Okay, cool.
Hey, I didn't have a choice. You bought you bought the Helix. My mama bought me that.
I didn't buy the Helix. The Helix bought me.
So anyway, and this is when I was 12. I was 12 years old, and I get a moped, and I rode that thing for 5 years until I got my license, and rode the ever-lived dog crap out of it. Rode it like a dirt bike on trails. You know, I tried to hit a bump and catch a little air with the front tire, and by the time I got done with it, the spokes were popping out, the exhaust was hanging on by a bungee. It was embarrassing, but I guess it did the trick.
Yeah, but you know, like you said, that was forced upon you. You asked for a dirt bike and got got you a moped. Which, you know what though, I'll pick on the Express, but at least you had something to ride, you know.
Yeah, I guess that makes me like the ultimate poser. You reckon?
No.
To have an Express but ride it like a dirt bike?
No, it would make you a poser if you did it now. Well, it wouldn't even make you a poser, I don't think. It would just make you sad.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, that was something that you had no choice in the matter.
Yeah. I do remember that one time my daddy was a wheeler and dealer, and I come home from school, and there was this Harley Davidson dual sport looking dirt bike thing sitting there. It was tall. It was taller than this. It was a pretty big bike, you know, clutch, everything. But my little moped was automatic, so I never did all that. But I'd watched Daddy enough, so nobody was home. So I get up on that thing, and I crank it, and I figure out how to use the clutch, the gears, and I ride it around the yard a couple times. Try not to drop it. I didn't drop it. Put it right back where I found it, and that was the first memory I have of actually doing the clutch and gears and all that. You know, my moped was just cut it on and go.
I'm not sure you ever told me that.
I probably didn't. I don't even know if Daddy knows.
Well, my first foray on a bike, successful as that.
Really?
You remember I told you about going over at Brian's house?
Oh yeah, tell that story. I forgot, but
So-
tell how old you were.
I don't remember quite how old I was. I was probably,
Whew, this is some
it's a little loose there, ain't it?
yeah.
But I was about, I don't know, shoot, 11, 12, something like that. My friend had a go-kart track behind his house in the woods, go-kart / dirt bike. And so I go over there and to ride my go-kart, and he's got this old, I don't know what, it was a Yamaha. So he's like, you want to try it? I'm like, sure. So, and for some reason, I'm misremembering this because I'm sure it had a clutch, but I don't recall using the clutch.
Yeah.
But anyway, I took off, and this wasn't a big, expansive go-kart track, and it was in the woods. So I took off and, of course, panicked when I got to the curve and shot straight into a bunch of saplings in the woods. And the bike was shot up in there, and the front tire got wedged up in the air, up in these little saplings, and I was kind of halfway on and then halfway off the bike. I had my hands still on the handlebars, but my body was off of it, and I was just kind of hanging on up in the air a little bit. And they come running over. I was laughing my butt off because it was so ridiculous, and it didn't hurt me.
Yeah.
But that was the last time I rode a dirt bike by myself without being on the back of my neighbors.
Yeah.
So that was my first riding experience. We'd ride through the junkyard roads, but that was about it. There wasn't any per se trails. What?
It's tempting to go down those trails.
I know, but you know what?
I know. It just makes me want to.
Those clouds don't look promising.
No, they don't. I looked at the radar, and it was a lot of rain. It was just real patchy,
Yeah.
but it was a big blob.
Well, you want to head on back?
Yeah, that's fine.